I have a I don't know, 50 people testing on stuff, and so you guys can hit me up. I'd love to send you a test link. But thank you guys so much. Looking forward to the next one.
Dallas, good to see you, my man. I need to catch up on our DMs, but I have actually downloaded the beta version of Dallas's app, and I have to say, it is the sexiest UI I have come across in a Bitcoin app, so definitely check it out.
Let's go.
Dallas, are you accepting seed investors?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll hit you up, Fred. I saw your DM. But thank you guys so much.
Yeah, no.
Thanks. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me. Just one parting thought as well. There's so many macro and stock traders waiting on bated breath, anxious about what the FOMC is going to do. I just buy Bitcoin, I hold it, and have a decade long view, and I don't have to worry about those things. I'm not saying they don't affect me, but I sleep easy, so just buy Bitcoin, hold it, and have fun. And yeah, you could reach out to me too if you ever have any questions, and if I don't have the answers, I could connect you to somebody else.
Yeah, Neil, you went on BitBoy's podcast and held your own against BitBoy in 2021, didn't you?
Wow, you remember? Yeah, November 2021, I kind of put him in his place.
That was pretty good.
No, I figured they're never going to invite me back on the show again. I might as well have, go at him. That was fun.
I did buy Yanukovych in Ukraine. And for me, it was very easy because our correspondents were independent journalists. So hard to make them to believe the bullshit. And I don't follow all the rumors which were in big media, Western media, about right sector and Azov battalion, which was totally crap, of course, but I had the advantage. I was informed. Sorry, one moment.
They're going to pick him up.
No, 2 ambulances on both sides of the road.
Just surrounded. Well, thank you for treating us. You know what, Daniel? You always treat us to the sounds of where you are. So,
yeah,
ambient.
It's the biggest street in the city. Okay, back to topic. What I want to tell you is something like this. What people didn't remember is in February, after the shooting, the opposition party and Yanukovych strike an armistice, which is weird, right? And the idea were to stop the violence. Yanukovych probably was a bit scared. After that, he ran, of course. I don't know how much survived that piece of paper, but was a discussion in Rada because the opposition from Rada started it. Again, this blow up all the bullshit of Russian propaganda, Coup d'etat. There was no coup d'etat. It was a negotiation from Ukrainian parties with Yanukovych. And Yanukovych write it on that paper. So if you write on the paper, it's not a coup d'etat. It's an agreement in political parties. Logic is very interesting. And War Dog is very nice because he needs to, not him like citizens, but the society needs to act because they know they have people from police, from army, from secret service who change sides after invasion of Crimea. And there are some people. Some of them, I know they are now channels of negotiation. Some of them are not totally crappy souls, and they are acting like channels of mediation, Kiev, Moscow, because, you need something so you can talk somehow. But probably they will need to clean up hard after this. They still clean every day. I see a lot of shady characters. But it's interesting how this acted and what they done. Because in 2014, I was totally devastated when I saw the invasion. I laugh so loud when I hear about little green men. Little green men with Russian Marine infantry uniforms? Really? Really? I need insignia to identify them. I need to look on maps to see where the base is. And let's not forget, which people usually forget, people die in Crimea. Not only were got out from garrisons in flip-flops and pajamas, were Ukrainian people who doesn't leave their arms and they were killed. Because, we talk about referendum. A referendum is not making with shooting, mass arresting, you know? I think it's important to understand this because in Western media didn't appear this information. Because we were not in the, in the narrative. In the narrative before 2014, where something like a communique styling like Ukraine are stealing gas from the pipeline. Remember that? I remember very, very well. And I think a lot of people buy that bullshit, because people usually don't understand. For transit tax, because this was not in Warsaw Pact and Soviet Union. Nobody paid to deliver gas to Germany in Soviet Union. But now they are independent countries, and this pipeline system become property of Poland, of Ukraine, and you need to pay. And you don't pay with cash, you pay with gas. And Ukraine has probably the biggest storage capacity in this part of the world. About talking bullshit, Russian bullshit. Because today I had a great big dive about Russian bullshit, and I don't know, I hope sometime we can talk. Because it's very, very funny to listen to someone who understands what happened there, who is fluent, who was there, and is an expert, and explain when this dwarf decided to invade Ukraine, 2019. And it's shocking to hear, look at them when they go to Federation Council in 21 February 2022. And look who knows and who doesn't, and who is not happy, and who argues. And you have a shock. Not Lavrov was not informed, but Patrushev was again. Sorry for my rant, I let others talk. Thank you.
No, you're absolutely right, Daniel. They've tried to make everything that Ukraine's done some sort of dodgy narrative. They jumped on everything with their own reasons and twisted all sorts of perfectly normal things to make them sound dodgy. And we've seen this done before with lots of people, especially online these days. You can't do anything these days without somebody thinking that you're a bad person. And obviously, you can Photoshop and you can do all sorts of other things. And you can, just convince some people of something not being right. And as soon as they start to doubt, they don't believe anything after that. And this seems to be the way of things, the way they like to sort of obfuscate with a fire hose of information, shall we say. Lies. There we go, lies. Daniel, go ahead.
Okay, I remember something which usually is hard to accept. You can be fooled No, we trust our minds. We are not easy to be manipulated. I was, and not once in my life. And media literacy, which is called like this because it sounds very nice. So don't take the bullshit. No, uh, I was usually very trustful. I'm very aware and very resistant to this. Uh, every time you will become a bit modest, you understand you are not. We had an advantage, the guys from Warsaw Pact or Soviet Union, because we know some cliches, we know some tactics, we know some angle of attack of the Russian narrative. But uh, in 2014 it was very hard to tell Romanians they are Nazi in Kiev. Very, very hard. When you say something about fascists in Romania, we remember about 90s in Romania because the opposition was portrayed exactly the same, fascist. So it's very hard. But from 2014 until now, 2023, things changed because you know to understand a bit mass media is to care, is to care about politics, to take history not in a nationalistic lens. It's very, very hard when you are very proud of your nation, for example. This is the Russian trap. They are very proud because they are Russian. A lot of Romanians are proud because they are Romanian, because they had some inferiority complex. And now, media narrative was a bit dislodged by COVID. In Romania, particularly because were government money given to big news outlets to survive, because you know what happened in COVID. But was something like Putin does with client states, give you some incentive and you become totally subservient. And this is very, very difficult because look at us. If I read last time when I was on Facebook 2 years ago, there were 7.7 million Romanians active on Facebook. On Twitter, we are a minority. We are very few. But on Facebook, it's big, like in India. And destroy the mind of the people. Our populists are big and crazy there. They make lives from parliament there. And from Ukraine, the state who fights the oppressor, Russia, Russia for us is exactly like for the Poles, you know, big aggressor, big baddie. The tactics evolved in last year, and I have a sense the evolution is not like Russia is not evil. And be aware of this because I tell you for experience, and maybe you will receive this message also. But Ukraine is a little Russia also. Understand the subtlety of this message. Idea is, okay, Russians are very bad. They are aggressive. They rape children. They destroy cities. But Ukrainians are a bit the same. This is refined for our society because we never trust like society for real Ukrainians until this war because we have a big core of voluntary people who go in Ukraine at this moment who leave their homes and go 2,000 kilometers to deliver goods for children. But I sense this insidious message which was delivered. Ukraine is a little Russia. It's evil, it's corrupt, aggressive, not civilized, not refined like Europeans, something like this. They want the lands around them. And every time when a Ukrainian account put a big map with Ukraine when the republic was founded in 1919, 1920, that is again a bad message sent to the Poles, sent to the Slovaks, sent to the Czechs, sent to Hungarians and Romanians, you know? it's very easy to, you know, start a del nationalistic stupid core of every nation, every society. Because, you know, we are Europeans. We love to fight each other for on one piece of land, you know, because we are stupid. Okay, I I hope I was clear enough. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Daniel. And